Hello, my soapy friends, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new here, my name is Lissa, also known as the Soap Chef on this channel, where we make all things with a rather good lather. I've been a maker in this industry for over 2 decades. We are a 3D bath bomb mold supplier, and my favorite products to make, of course, are bath bombs. But that's enough about me. Let's get right into the video. Friends, and welcome back to my channel. In today's episode, we are going to be doing a bare bones basic lotion recipe for people who have never made a lotion before. As you saw in the beginning of the video, I have proportions of oils and butters and emulsifiers and so forth that you can take a look at, take some screenshots. In most formulations, we're going to start with a water phase, an oil phase, and a cool down phase. So the first thing we're going to start working with is going to be our water phase. We're going to put the aloe off to the side, and we're going to grab our glycerin and our xanthan gum. Gums are really fantastic to work with. They just need a little bit of patience. The first thing you have to do with gums is dissolve them, and we do that by putting it into our glycerin to dissolve it fully. Get every last little drop out of there. And now just give it a nice mix to make sure we get all of those little fine particles dissolved into this glycerin. The reason why we're using the xanthan gum is to thicken up the lotion just a little bit at the end, very little bit. And I'm only making a 100-gram batch just for video purposes. This is not my recipe that I sell. Again, it's just a bare bones basic recipe for lotion for beginners. So now that we've got the xanthan gum all mixed into our glycerin, we're going to take our vessel with some water in it. We're going to make a double boiler so that we can heat up our water phase and melt down our oil phase. So we're going to go ahead and stick our aloe juice. I choose to use aloe juice just because of the benefits of it. We're going to stick that in there and let that start to come up. We're not going to leave it in there. But in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and talk about the other ingredients, and this is our oil phase. And so this is beautiful sweet almond oil. It is in the medium heavy range as far as oils are concerned. Again, take a look at the videos, not the videos, the little pictures in the beginning of the video. This is our emulsifying wax, which is going to be our main emulsifier. And we're going to get that right into the sweet almond oil. Depending on what type of a lotion you want to make will be the choices that you make regarding light, medium, or heavy oils. Next, we're going to be adding in a co-emulsifier, which is our stearic acid. We're going to put that right in with our emulsifying wax and our sweet almond oil. Give that a little bit of a mix around. And we're going to get that right into our double boiler and start melting those ingredients down. In the meantime, I've gone off to the side and I am heating up the aloe in a separate vessel while you guys can see here on camera the melting down of the oil phase. Whoo, look at it go. And just like that, it's all melted down nicely. Our oil phase is ready to go. Our water phase has been heated and held at 20 minutes, and then I put in a little bit more of the aloe because of water evaporation. Now we're grabbing that xanthan gum that has been mixed with the glycerin, and now we have to hydrate the xanthan gum. We've dissolved it in the glycerin, and now we have to hydrate it with our water portion. And go ahead and give that a real nice mix. Make sure that's mixed in thoroughly so we can hydrate all those particles. So now that we've gone ahead and done that, we're going to put our water phase right into our oil phase. Excuse me about the noise that just happened on my phone. I did not put it on silent before I started doing the voiceover. Apologize about that. All right, we have added our water phase to our oil phase, and now we are just giving it a nice, good mix. And it's already starting to thicken up just a little bit, but we're going to go ahead and take our mini frother, our little mini whisk, little whizzer, whatever you guys want to call it. The Bonds & Kitchen is the one that I use. So just go ahead and give that a good mix. Normally on bigger batches, I would be using my stick blender that I have dedicated specifically for lotion making. But this is just a 100-gram batch. It's tiny. You can see our temperature there is 101. So we are good to actually start adding our additives because we want to put a couple of little goodies. Even though this is a beginner recipe, we still want to put some goodies in here, don't we? So we're going to start off by incorporating an extract. And what I've chosen to do is add peony extract because the fragrance that I'm going to be using is sweet pea. And so I would like to just keep it with the floral theme that we have going here. I don't make too many floral things. And again, this is just a little test batch and just a beginner video for you guys. I don't sell this. I'm just going to give this away in a package, with one of the orders that comes in. So we've got our peony extract mixed in very nicely. Next thing, we're going to add some vitamin E. Extracts are wonderful in lotions and creams, as well as vitamin E. Very hydrating and moisturizing. It locks in all the moisture and helps penetrate that deep down into the skin, which is what we want. So the peony extract and the vitamin E are two of the additives. That's all we're doing in this video for this basic recipe. Let's go ahead and add our fragrance oil, which again is the sweet pea. And I will be giving the recipe at the end of the video, and this will be going up in the member section and also on my Patreon. So whichever area that you guys choose, it's the same price, regardless if you choose the membership here on YouTube or if you go over onto the Patreon. It's the same price to grab all my recipes. So that's where this will be going. Let's take our temperature one more time. Now, all right, we've got 98. So that's fantastic. That means we can go ahead and add our preservative, which is an absolute must. We do not want microbial growth happening with any of our products, and we should all be practicing good manufacturing practices, clean and sanitize everything. I do have a video up about how to sanitize your equipment. I'll go ahead and link that above. I think I already mentioned that towards the beginning, but I'll mention it again here, and I'll go ahead and put the iCard up somewhere. So let's get that preservative mixed in, which is Germal Plus. That's what I use. I'm of the adage of, listen, if it's not broken, don't fix it. And I've been using this for decades, nary a problem. So why switch it up? If you guys wanted to use Euxil, you certainly could. That's a wonderful preservative as well. Let's take our frother and get in here and mix this up again. Again, if you guys are making a bigger batch, go ahead and use your stick blender. But since this is only a 100-gram batch, which is 3.5 ounces, it's tiny. So no need for me to break out my huge stick blender for this. But we do want to make sure that we incorporate this and really mix this for at least a good 2 minutes. Make sure all the oils and butters and waters and everybody binds well together. Now that that's done, let's take our temp one more time. We're down to 93 now. And now we're just going to let that sit there and continue to cool down. And as it does, it will continue to thicken up. So we'll bring you back. Here we are. This has been sitting for, roughly about a half an hour. And you can see how nice and thick this got, but it's not thick like a cream. It's just a nice light lotion. It's thick enough to be a lotion, but it's not a barrier cream. It's not a salve. You can see that it is leaving a trace on the top when you take your spatula out and you drizzle on the top, and you see how it's leaving a trace, like a trail of product, just like when we're making soap. It's leaving a trace, which is good. This is as thick as this lotion is going to get because it's a lotion, and that's why we had the percentages of the water that we did. Let's just pour this into some sample containers. These are small little 3.5 ounce jars. Again, I'm just throwing these into an order, with one of my special customers or my Patreons. But let's take our gloves off and let's try this. What does it feel like? Let's try a little bit. It's very silky, even though this is bare bones basic with really not many ingredients, you guys. It's really bare bones, but boy, does it feel nice. Beautiful, silky, smooth. The slip is very nice. It's not greasy at all. Very luxurious. My hands feel really nice and plumped after using this. And you guys are going to see we're going to move on from here. Again, this is bare bones basic. We're going to move on and get into more luxurious lotions, creams, body butters, things like that. That's it, you guys. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you did, give it 2 thumbs up, would you please? I would appreciate that very much. It does help the channel. If you give it a thumbs down, still helps my channel, but I prefer the thumbs up. All right, until we meet again, you guys, be kind, stay humble, and take care of yourselves. We'll see you soon.